Hi guys, welcome back to the Banner Saga, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Vivi, and we are resting, or we just did. So our team is healed up, and I think we should just move on. You're only just outside the village when two men in red approach. My name is Hakon, says one, gesturing to the other. My brother is Mogr. Ah, inventive, huh? Many from the village wish to join you to Frostvellr. A third man, executing rage, charges up to the group. Shut your mouth, Hakon, he screams. Really? Are we fighting or what? What's going on? These bastards don't speak for us. They've been trying to divide the village since you got here. True, you can keep whoever wants to stay and die. The rest of us will go with the reasonable people of Skogr. I'll have you both gutted before I let half the village desert. Behind the angry villager, a mob of armed thugs have appeared, all furrowed brows and nervous stares. You both know what will happen to the rest of us if the fields are abandoned. Nobody leaves. Let your people decide on their own. Yeah, let them decide. We thought that's how it went ourselves. A good number told me to my face they didn't want to be beaten to death by Dredge. Yeah, obviously. Dredge my ass. Really? You don't... I don't know what the scam is this time, Hakon, but you got two choices. Get back to work, or I'm finally putting you in the ground. Really? That's not good. He's living in denial, that's for sure. Mogr, what do you say? Thought it was unfair that he only asked me. Mogr draws his axe slowly, followed by Hakon. Despite their confidence, the brothers are significantly outnumbered. I think I make a poor farmer. Uh-oh. Should we get involved in a fight that's not... I don't know. I don't know. So we can either defend and side with the villagers or help the brothers. But are they only the two that wants to do this? And why would we need to fight? I don't know. And we don't know the full story here. Is this... I mean, this leader doesn't sound like a real sensible guy. He's got no... He doesn't believe the Dredge are here. But we know they are, and the two brothers seem to know that too. So... I don't know. Why would we... I don't feel like we should be fighting the villagers over... I'm not sure about this. Should we let them settle this themselves? I mean... Why would we kill anyone over a dispute that we're not part of? I don't think I want to get involved. Do we want to? No, we're not. You step back as one of the thugs lunges forward and is caught in the ribs by Hakon's axe. The air soon rings with the sound of screams and axe heads against shields. 4 men lie dead on the ground before the others run. You hurt, Mugen? No, we should have done that years ago. Nah, can't go around killing for no good reason. This was a good reason. Really? The brothers head back into the village, and soon many of the villagers have joined your caravan. Hugin introduces you to his young son and wife, all grins, unconcerned about the fact that you never agreed to let them come. You don't bother arguing. Before long, you set out again. Okay, so yeah, at least we didn't kill anyone, right? More clansmen, fighters, and supplies. Awesome. Alette marches quietly alongside the caravan, a little distant since leaving the village. When you stop for a rest, Oddleif approaches you both. Alette, I have something for you. Oddleif has gathered up the long banner from the caravan and smiles warmly as she passes it to Alette. What's this about? I was hoping you'd sew up the banner with everything that has happened since we left Skogr. Come find me another time, Rook, and we'll talk. Before you can comment, she departs. Dad, are you the chieftain now? It looks that way. Well, I guess I'll have to find out later. Oh, then that means... You're both quiet for a moment while Alette unfurls the banner. Oddleif has been teaching me how to sew. She speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mom? You nod. On the banner has been sewn the story of the families who have lived in Skogr throughout the years, just as is done on every banner in every town. I wish she were here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. The section of banner about your family is short, but Alette has been sewing in colorful designs. Why do you say that? So she doesn't have to deal with all of this, dredge, leaving home, and... Why didn't you stop those men from killing each other in the village? I mean, if it's okay to ask. It wasn't my decision to make. Deciding what happens to other people, I'm glad I'm not you. I wouldn't know what to do. It's not exactly my calling either. Yeah, I know. Dad, I think you're doing a good job. Aw. She hugs you. You spend the rest of your time together, sewing new verses into the banner. For better or worse, the story of Skogr is your burden now. At a small split in the trail, a few fighters stop to speak with you, each carrying a single pack. We recognize this place, one man says. Spent several years here with some kin. If they're still around, we have to warn them what's coming. With luck, we'll find you again in less than a week. Oh. Okay. Well, people have joined us willingly, so I guess they should be able to just... Do we want to send them off with some extra supplies? I think that's wise. They're gonna need them, I guess, and maybe that's gonna hurt us a bit, but I'm gonna do that. If that's all you're taking, you may never make it, you say. Grabbing a few items from a supply wagon, you strap the additional provisions to their backs. Search for family instead of food, you say with a smile. The man clasps wrists with you before departing. We lost 8 fighters, a bit of supply, but we got some renown. Complaints of Ravnsvarter's excessive drinking have resurfaced. This time, the man stumbled over some tent ropes, pulled a snagged canvas through a campfire, nearly setting a supply wagon aflame. Clansmen put out the fire on both the wagon and Ravnsvarter's leg before leading him to you. Fine. This man drinks nothing but water from now on. Ravnsvarter groggily agrees, slurring his way through promises to quit being such a nuisance. Many of the onlookers snort or roll their eyes, but go back to their business. Somehow you doubt it'll be long before Ravnsvarter manages to find another drink, whether you'll allow it or not. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We're almost there. Dredge, shouts a man from the back of the caravan. It's Ravnsvarter, the unabashed drunk, staggering toward you, looking not entirely sober. He screams again, pointing to trees in the distance. Fear races through the caravan as fighters pull their weapons. Scouts return with no sighting, and furious men surround Ravnsvarter. He's starting to be a problem and a safety issue. But I'm not gonna let my clansmen deliver justice. That sounds deadly. I mean, seriously, he might have seen something, and I'm not sure. I'm gonna not take the chance. He's gonna be able to cry wolf to us once, but that's it, okay? There'll be time for that later, you tell the men. For now, we take no chances. A full day of uneasy rest passes with no sign of Dredge. The caravan is annoyed by the scare and the delay. Eventually, Ravnsvarter bursts into laughter, and you're sure there never were any Dredge. Not long after, Ravnsvarter goes missing. Nobody searches for him or seems to mind. Okay, so someone. Why would you kill a guy over? Well, alright, I can't do anything about that. So, are we going to reach in time?
Once a strong, thriving city, the walls of Frostvellr now just keep the howling winds at bay. With luck, they'll hold out against Dredge as well.
You jostle through fallow crowds of sunken faces who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostvellr for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of the hill. Really? No one can get in? Is that it? This is not looking good. Why are there so many people in the fields? We can't stay outside in the open like this. Oddleif finds you amongst the many refugees. Rook, I just talked to some of the women here. Nobody is being let into the city. Why? It's overrun with Varl from Blodsbalker, Greyhorn, people from Bitra, all the nearby villages. The Dredge are everywhere. And the chieftain of Frostvellr has locked himself in his great hall. That's when they close the gates. When the Dredge come, these hills will turn red. We have to get in there. Yeah, we definitely. Or do we want to know what's going on? I guess. There's dredge everywhere. We can't delay. Yeah, let's get in somehow. I can get that gate open. Let's see if there's any other way before we start breaking down gates. I wasn't going to break it, just push really hard. Okay, let's see. Let's have a chat with Odleif. How are you doing, Odd? I'm alright. Not at first. Sometimes when a loved one dies, people say it doesn't sink in for a while. It sunk in for me right away. People tell me I'm a strong woman. It's funny. My father named me Odleif before I was even born. He wanted a boy so badly. Ah, that makes sense now. Strong woman. What does that even mean? Huh. Right, I guess it means you're going to be okay. Yeah. That's not being strong, that's just being. If I feel nothing about my husband dying, people think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, I'm weak. No. Why does that feel so backwards? I'm sorry, Rook. It's been hard. You're not sure what to say. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife, this is probably the most you've ever talked. You asked me to come find you? Yes. It's about the banner. I thought about it a long time. He asked me to give it to you, you know, if something happened. Wait. No. Your family. You should carry it. What would you have done? That's what I've been thinking about so much. It should be mine. Yeah, I agree. I could carry it. But I thought about why he named you. I get it. They won't follow a woman. Families would leave. Our banner would be divided. Wait, what? I don't agree. I think they would follow you. And I would vouch for you, honestly. Come on, Rook. This isn't the time for pretend. It's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? How will that go? And the first time someone thinks they can take advantage of us? I think this is what has to happen. Maybe this is what it means to be a strong woman. She looks sideways, eventually giving over a timid smile. I'm not sure if that's the dumbest thing I've heard or the sweetest. Listen, I know I dragged this out. The truth is, my husband and I could never have a child. I don't want our banner to end here. It'll be safe with you and Alette. I know you're going to take care of her. She puts her hand on your shoulder as she heads back to the camp. Ah, I don't like this. Why, I know it's reasonable to assume that No, it isn't. If this game is influenced by the Norse and the Viking way of living, then there were female leaders. So, it's a bit disappointing, but fine. Alright, do we want to go for the gate? I think we need to do that. Yeah, let's do that. You approach the gate, where hundreds of people have gathered. In the trodden, bloody space in front of the doors, several pin-cushioned bodies lie unclaimed, as though they simply belong there. Archers up on the walls make it clear that nobody will be getting in. Men and women below intermittently call for mercy and reason when they're not flinging stones and curses. Iver, did you really expect to push these gates open? I'm willing to try, grunts Iver, despite sizing up doors that look like they could hold back an army. And when men start shooting arrows and pouring out to stop you, then you kill them, he says. You're not sure this is the most sound plan. Maybe not. Maybe we should check what's going on. Yeah. This is a terrible idea, you say. We don't even know how many are in there. Iver folds his arms. He seems almost relieved that he didn't have to live up to his earlier boast. Yeah. Archers up on the walls make it clear that nobody will be getting in. Men and women below. That's the same thing again. Okay. Right. Let's find out more from the crowd. You spend an hour talking to different people who all have the same story. A couple days ago, the chieftain shut himself in, closed the gates, and refused any more refugees. They've got huge stores of supplies in there too, adds one man. They're just hoarding them. Shout at the gods. Are we gonna talk to the gods that way? Or just throw insults? Let's find out. We're from Skogr. Open the gates, you shout to the archers, not expecting much. You get as much response as you expected. Right, so we'll have to try something else then. You leave the crowds and head back down the hill. There are a lot of people gathered around the rest houses, says Oddleif, pointing. Maybe we can find help there, or at least make ourselves useful. Alright, let's see. Oh, I've got more people. Then, let's put him in. Let's check out these guys. Hugin is a thrasher. The thrasher strikes multiple times, randomly hitting his opponent for 1 strength or 1 armor damage. On the last hit, Bloody Flails does damage equal to 1 + 1 for each ally standing adjacent to him. This last hit will randomly damage strength or armor. Alright. Bloody Flail does direct damage, making it useful even when the Thrasher is near death. For this reason, it also does a great job of taking out wounded enemies who still have a lot of armor by bypassing it completely. Okay. And he's got the same. They're basically the same. Yeah. Well, so maybe I should put them further up. How about... I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave them there, I think. Oh wait, I've got a crude medallion made from the branch of a tree found above the godstone. Yeah, 15% dodge strength attacks. So he can't use it. She can. She's got one. He's got one. So that's the problem. They're too low level. Alright, fine. I don't get it. At the rest? You spend a whole day at the rest houses. Everyone gives you the same story. The chieftain just shut himself in his great hall and closed the gates. There are a lot of wounded people here. We could help them. The rest house is overflowing with refugees, the sick and wounded, and noise. Alright, guess we tend to the wounded. Alette and Oddleif spend the day along with others in your caravan, treating wounds, most of which came from the archers at the gate. I overheard from one woman that the city has been sending carts with food around, Odlef tells you. Could be a way in, Iver replies. Next time they send a cart, we bring it back in, Odleif protests. Aside from leading to a fight, it would probably mean no more food for the refugees. I don't know. Yeah, well, it will lead to a fight, but it doesn't mean there's gonna be no more food for the refugees if we can resolve the problem. I don't I don't know. Do we want to get violent? Or can we confront them? How's that gonna work? We're gonna have to wait? Let's try that. Keep your sword down until we need it, you tell Iver. We'll make a deal unless they're looking for a fight. Early the next day, you spot another cart leaving the gates of the city. After they've thrown their scraps to the refugees, you approach. Stop. My friend wanted to talk with you. It's not what I wanted. I think I can guess why. If we knew there were more fighters and varlot here, Ekil might have brought you in the city. Who's Ekil? He's in charge up there. In charge of what? Better let him explain. Right. Sure. Let's go. He nods. You follow him back up to the gates, where they open the doors for you. A man clad in black approaches as you step inside. What in the depths is this? The man orders his guards to get the doors closed again before more refugees notice. You said you wanted fighters? You heard about the chieftain? We heard he's hiding out in the Great Hall. Oh, really? Think you mean hiding out in a grave. He's eating worms, if that wasn't clear. What happened in here? Soon as they heard Dredge were coming, anyone who couldn't swing an axe got one to the head. That's the short story anyway. Wait, what? Who did that? You or the chieftain? At least 3 clans in here worrying over turf and food, and the worst are the god-forsaken Varl. He eyes Iver and shrugs with exaggeration as if simply stating the obvious. We're in more danger here than out there? Look, I was in charge here before things went to crap. You've got some people who can fight. You've got your own Varl. That counts for something. I can keep your flock safe in the Great Hall. You fight for me and to take back Frostvellr. I don't take sides. Too hard to tell when the good guys have become the bad. Fine, cut these sheep loose and watch your own asses. What do I care? All I want to do right now is get out of the damned streets. Think carefully about what you want. Oh God, what do we want? So, who killed people that couldn't fight? Is what I'm wondering. I didn't feel like it was clear if it was the chieftain or these guys or another clan. I don't know. I don't think I want to join them. That it doesn't seem right. Maybe we should fend for ourselves and see what's going on in here. I think so. You can feel Ekil sizing you up on the spot, his hand hovering near his axe, his nose through his nose, changing his mind. Good luck then. Hope we don't meet again fighting for the same scraps. With the gates closed, Ekil and his men disappeared down dark alleys. Hope we know what we're doing. Making it up as we go, Iver. Oh, Mogr. Hakon, we're back. I was able to get about as many warriors from Strand as you wanted, and more weapons, extra supplies too. You perk up, just now realizing Mogr has been talking to you. Since Vognir died, everyone has been looking to you to make the decisions. It's exhausting. Hakon? I heard you. I was saying the Varl we sent to Strand have returned. The governor gave us most of what we wanted. Good enough. Much resistance from the governor? Some. I don't think he was happy about us buying his fighters using his own money. He also insisted we take on a lackey of his to watch over his property, a man named Eirik. Oh! Eirik? I met him. He seemed competent enough. Regardless, the governor will have to get over it unless he wants dredge crawling through his streets. We put down every slag that has wandered through here while you were gone. Enough flapping of mouths, then. You're sure that wound has healed, Ludin? I agree. Enough has already gone wrong. If something happens to the prince on a mission of peace, the alliance would rot. Or worse. Yeah. Well, he's gonna have to make his own decisions. We would only be made to do this again later, and I will not suffer it all a second time. Either take us through the wandering road, or do your job and slaughter some dredge. Ludin turns abruptly with a scowl. He stamps back to his ring of tents and followers. Wandering road's not an option with this many. I could crush that boy's skull with one hand. If Ludin won't be deterred, you'll have to deal with it. Don't let Ludin get to you. Let's go. I'm sick of looking at this dump. What do I tell the warriors, Hakon? Yep. Tell them to be cautious. No more losses. Will do. Give the word and we'll set off. Alright. I think actually I'm gonna wrap it up here. So next time we'll be having a chat with Hakon and Ubin. Take care of yourselves and thanks for watching.